Okay, so I wanted to do a couple of videos about the natural yeast starter that I've been talking about. And so I thought I would show you first the natural yeast starter that I started actually a couple of years ago. And since I had so many failures, I ended up spreading it super thin on a piece of parchment paper and drying it out, and then making little pieces and putting them in the freezer in plastic bags. And so I pulled that back out this year, actually on the first 1/7. So anyway, so this is what it should look like. It should have some bubbles going on in it. It almost looks like almost a bread dough, but a little bit thinner. But you don't want it too thin because it can cause problems. So that's about what it should look like. And I'm actually going to take some of this out. Okay, so I'm going to remove some of this because I'll use this to start another batch of bread. You need about 1/4 cup, I believe, per every 3 to 4 cups of flour you're making, or 1/4 cup per loaf of regular sized bread that you're making. So for my recipe, I normally would have 1 1/4 cups. Okay, so I'm not going to take too much more than this out because I want to have, I don't need to, but I want to have about a cup left so that I can make, so that's probably about a cup. Okay, then it says to, when you make it, you put in equal parts then back in of the flour and the water, and maybe even a little extra of the flour. And so I just add that in. That was about a cup. Mix it up. Can you see it? And then add in the flour. And I want this to be pretty thick, so if I don't get the consistency that I want, I will add more flour. And it is still pretty thin, so it's getting nice and bubbly. And it'll get more bubbly as time passes. So that thickened it up a little bit more. Now it starts getting pretty hard to stir. Okay, that is about where I want it. Okay, then once you've fed it, you can either store this in the refrigerator in a glass like quart jar, or I have it obviously in this crock, and then I just put a piece of saran wrap over it. If you put it in a quart jar, I would probably bring the amount that you start with before you feed it down to 1/2 cup. And that way you're not overwhelming your quart jar all the time, and you don't want to tighten the quart jar lid down very far. Okay, and so then next, I won't show you in this video, but next I'll show you dividing up the bread dough. And this is what we did earlier today, was put the starter with flour and water and salt and a little bit of coconut oil in here, and it's been rising for, oh, I don't know, I think it's probably been maybe 8 hours. 6 is great. You can go a little over if that's okay. So, see you in the next video.